I would love to see Shakur fight Murataya, and I'd love to see Haney fight Garcia.
Yes.
Right? If the Murataya fight's not going to happen, I am most interested in the career of Shakur Stevenson right now. And he still took it. He's making it happen. He clearly wants it with Shakur. Also with Devin Haney in the rematch.
That's a good one, too.
At this point, do you think, look, Ryan is a significantly bigger guy than Shakur Stevenson.
Right.
Look, I think obviously size is going to play a factor, but I think it's going to play a factor before we even get to a fight. I mean, Ryan Garcia saying he can make 144, I do not believe him. Shakur Stevenson saying he doesn't want to go above 144.
Max Kellerman has just shared his thoughts on the Ryan Garcia versus Shakur Stevenson fight hype. He also highlighted Ryan Garcia's dominance over all 12 rounds against Mario Barrios, noting he delivered as expected. He questioned Garcia's preparation and the decision to return to his father as trainer, but concluded the strategy worked perfectly.
Our guy, Ryan Garcia, dominated Mario Barrios. He dominated y'all 12 straight rounds. Guys, we all expected Ryan to win. I think most of us thought he would do so impressively, right? But we did have questions, let's be honest. How was his training preparation? How was his preparation for the fight? Was he training hard enough? He's working out in the living room, he's showing you on TikTok, whatever. Was he taking Barrios seriously enough? Was the move back to his father as trainer the right one? It seems like the answers are yes, and yes.
And hell yes.
His father did a great job.
Yes.
I was critical. I was thinking, wait a minute, if you're going back to your dad, you want things comfortable? His father did a great job. Proof is in the pudding. We just react to what we see, right?
Yeah.
Max Kellerman analyzed Ryan Garcia's performance with Malik Scott, focusing on his control and strategy in the ring. They noted how he caught Barrios off guard early and mixed his attacks instead of relying solely on his jab and left hook. Scott pointed out Garcia's precision, including a sharp right hook around the guard, highlighting the composure and technique that distinguish top-level fighters.
After the fight, Ryan was a little critical of his own performance.
Wow, okay.
As dominant as it was. And guys, I agree with Ryan. He looked sensational in many respects. But I think he could have knocked Barrios out.
Yes.
And I give him for that performance, guys, an A-. What do you give him?
I'll go with an A- too. What he did do was hurt him early. But he hurt him early in the fact that it was so early that it kind of caught Barrios by shock, I think. The shot was right on the head, and what I was most impressed with the most, he didn't just go with his jab. He didn't just go with his classic left hook. He went with his jab, and the key shot was the same shot that Floyd Mayweather continued to hit Miguel Cotto with. The right hook around the guard, the right hook around there. Ryan did a good job.
Max Kellerman pointed to Ryan Garcia's footwork as the most impressive aspect of his performance. While Ryan's hands, speed, and power have always been notable, his movement often trailed behind. In this fight, Kellerman observed that Garcia's footwork finally matched his natural talent, showing the balance and skill of a truly gifted fighter.
Let me tell you what I thought, guys, was the most impressive part of Ryan's game, his feet. Ryan's feet have never been on par with his hands. Ryan's got hand skills. Hand skills, and he's got speed and punching power. He is one of the specially talented fighters in boxing, so the standards for you, Ryan, are not the same as the standards for a normal fighter, because you are not a normal fighter. He's specially gifted. But his feet always lagged behind. I thought his feet looked better in this fight
than any other.
Maybe than I'd ever seen him.
On the other hand, Ryan Garcia calls out Shakur Stevenson, confidently naming him as his next target and pointing to unfinished business from their amateur days. He insists he won before and feels outside factors influenced the official result, driving his push for a rematch once his hand heals. Garcia also takes aim at Devin Haney, claiming he's avoiding the fight out of fear.
How serious are you about the Shakur fight, and do you want to unify with Devin now that you're champion?
Oh, I'm open to all those, whatever. Shakur is somebody that I fought in the amateurs, and we went at it, and I felt like I beat him. But, the politics in the USA boxing at the time were a little different, and I still got a chip on my shoulder. I've been wanting that rematch for a minute. Hopefully we get it, and when my hand heals, I'll be looking for that opportunity for sure. And Devin, he don't want that. He's terrified. He has PTSD.
Shakur Stevenson also shares that he's ready to face anyone in the future. He explains that his focus remains on improving his craft, perfecting his style, and continuing to learn. Stevenson adds that he doesn't shy away from any opponent. If someone wants to fight him, he's ready to step into the ring.
For me, for the future, I say just keep doing what I'm doing. Like, ain't nothing gonna change. Just keep getting better at my craft, keep learning, and trying to perfect my style. And just fight anybody. Like, I'm one of them dudes, I don't care who it is, so fight anybody. If they say that that's who they want to see me beat, come on, let's do it.
Shakur Stevenson takes a jab at Ryan Garcia, calling him overrated and overly reliant on his left hook. He notes that when Rolly neutralized that punch, Garcia had little else to offer, highlighting the limitations in his overall skill set.
Ryan Garcia.
Not beating me either.
Taller.
Not beating me either.
Faster.
Not beating me either.
More power. How would you beat Ryan Garcia?
I think he's very overrated.
Overrated?
If a guy loses to Rolly that way, the way that I saw him lose to Rolly, all Rolly did was take away his left hook. That means clearly that's all he got. He better sharpen up his weapons before he get in the ring with me.
Ryan Garcia's dad boldly predicts his son will stop Shakur Stevenson with a body shot, insisting Ryan's job is far superior. He recalls beating Shakur in the amateurs when Ryan was just 16, emphasizing how they focused on perfecting the job and refining his technique from a young age. He's confident that Ryan's skill, speed, and experience give him a clear advantage in that matchup.
Decision knockout.
We'll hit him with a body shot, he's done.
Why the body
He
shot?
can't take this body shot. We already know.
Really?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a better jab than my son. My son has an awesome jab. We beat him in the amateurs, okay, with the jabs. When Ryan was young, Ryan was only 16 years old. But he qualified 17, 18 with Shakur. Shakur was on that level. So if you're within 2 years, they're gonna put you in that category. Okay, and I said, Ryan, we didn't know Shakur, they didn't know us. But I said, you know what, Ryan, let's work on that jab. Ryan was throwing that beautiful jab, pop, pop, pop. I said, okay, that's what we're gonna work on. Let's start off there.
On the flip side, Oscar De La Hoya shared that he likes the idea of Ryan Garcia fighting Shakur Stevenson, but makes it clear there are many options available. De La Hoya explains that now that Ryan holds a world title, everyone wants a shot at him. He stresses that the focus is on letting Ryan rest and regroup, adding that Ryan will choose his next opponent when he's ready.
Been asked about these two opponents, but what do you think a fight with Shakur Stevenson looks like? They talked about fighting each other next. What do you think that fight would look like?
I love the fight. I mean, look, there's so many options there for Ryan now. Everybody wants to fight him. Everybody wants to dethrone the pretty boy, you know. And now that he has a world title, everybody's after him. So yeah, I think it's a matter of just regrouping, let Ryan rest, and he'll make his decision once he's ready.
Oscar De La Hoya added that boxing changes quickly, and a fighter is only as respected as their most recent performance. He believes Ryan Garcia looks outstanding right now, sitting on top with a world title and momentum on his side. De La Hoya adds that holding the belt puts a target on Ryan's back, with challengers lining up, which means Garcia now has the luxury of choosing his next move.
Speaking of rematches, man, Rolly Romero, you know, we know how important it is to avenge your loss, and Ryan, you know,
Sure.
How does that look? Is that something that's a possibility?
It's a possibility. I mean, anything's a possibility. I think Ryan now, you know, boxing is funny. It's like, you know, you're as good as your last fight. That's what boxing is. Boxing, Ryan looked great. He's on top of the world with a world title. He's got a target on his back. Everybody wants to fight him, so he has fighters to choose from now. So whatever he decides.
Aiden Ross shared his take on a potential Ryan Garcia versus Shakur Stevenson matchup, giving props to both fighters. He admitted Shakur would likely be the favorite, but said the fight would be close since both are highly skilled. In the end, Aiden predicted that Ryan has what it takes to come out on top.
Ryan Garcia, dude, shout out to Ryan. You know what, man? That Ryan-Shakur fight's gonna be a good one. Chad, if Ryan and Shakur fight in about 6 months to a year, who do you guys think wins? I gotta go Ryan on that. I think Shakur will be the favorite. But Shakur's just they're both so fucking good. It also just matters what's in that clause. I think Ryan gets it done.
Terrence Crawford weighs in on the potential Shakur Stevenson versus Ryan Garcia matchup, keeping it real. He says Shakur clearly outclasses Ryan, noting that unlike Barrios, Shakur never stays in one place or gives easy openings. Crawford adds that Shakur's speed, discipline, and precision make him extremely difficult for Ryan to land on.
As well, I mean, potentially it could be your man next against Ryan Garcia, which is what we want to see, right? Big fight after big fight. That's what you want to be, and that's what you were in as well, Terrence. How do you see, removing your Shakur Stevenson, how do you see Shakur versus Ryan?
I think he wiped the floor with him. You know, I don't think Ryan gonna be able to hit Shakur like Barrios. Barrios was right there to be hit. Barrios was too slow. Barrios didn't have no game plan. He followed them the whole fight. And Shakur is not gonna be that fighter in there to be hit on. It's just simple.
Terrence Crawford lays it out honestly when discussing a potential Shakur Stevenson versus Ryan Garcia clash. He notes that while Ryan enters confidently, Shakur already has multiple amateur wins over him, giving Shakur a clear advantage from the start. Crawford emphasizes that Shakur's mental and physical edge make the outcome predictable unless there's a major shift.
I definitely think that he's gonna have a lot of confidence, but at the same time, if he's going up with a fighter like Shakur, it's gonna be different because they've been in the ring with each other many a times as kids, and he's gonna have that edge mentally over Ryan, even going in the ring, set aside his skill set. So I just think mentally, physically, and emotionally, Shakur is gonna be here compared to Ryan. Not just because he's my brother, it's because they've been in the ring with each other and he never defeated Shakur as an amateur. So what makes me think he's gonna defeat him as a professional?
Meanwhile, Timothy Bradley Jr. shared his view on a potential Ryan Garcia versus Shakur Stevenson showdown, questioning the excitement around Ryan's recent performance. Bradley admitted he wasn't impressed, pointing out that despite landing plenty of punches, Garcia couldn't secure a finish, which raised doubts about his reliability as a true power puncher. Still, he didn't dismiss Ryan completely. Bradley explained that a fight with Stevenson would demand more than speed or strength, stressing that pure skill would decide it. In his eyes, while Garcia had quick hands, Shakur combined speed with elite technique, making him a far more complex challenge.
Well, Shakur couldn't finish no damn, Lopez, and he boring as I was bored last night watching Ryan Garcia beat the out of this dude. Yeah, so y'all want to talk about that, Shakur? Yeah, I was bored last night watching Ryan Garcia. I was waiting on the finish. I'm like, damn, where the finish at, Ryan? Where the damn finish at? You ain't finishing this, boy. You supposed to be the big power puncher now. Ooh, you supposed to be that man. Ooh, you supposed to get rid of this dude. Bro, you didn't get rid of this dude. You hit him with the kitchen sink and couldn't get rid of this dude, bro. For real. Oh, he's tough. He's tough. You should have figured that shit out. Yeah. Yup, you should have figured it out. But you didn't. It is what it is.
Timothy Bradley Jr. made it clear he sees a Ryan Garcia versus Shakur Stevenson fight as one-sided. Bradley argued that speed and power wouldn't matter if Ryan couldn't land, and he doesn't believe he would touch Shakur clean. He questioned Garcia's consistency, saying flashes of brilliance aren't enough, and insisted that until Ryan performs at that level regularly, doubts will remain.
Everybody keep talking about this Ryan Garcia Shakur Stevenson fight. Boy, I'm here to let y'all know this is gonna be easier than the Teofimo Lopez fight, because it's about skills inside that damn ring. That's what it's about. Ryan can have all the speed in the world. Shakur got speed. He can have all the power in the world. Oh, he can have all the power. Yeah. Oh yeah. But when he can't land on that shit don't mean nothing. And he ain't gonna land on Shakur. No, it's not gonna happen. And it's gonna be like taking candy from a damn baby. That's what it's gonna be like. Taking candy from a baby. A lot of upset folks, a lot of people depressed. Yeah, it took this man 10 years to win the championship. One championship, 10 years. Oh, that's y'all king? Okay, let it be y'all king, all right? No doubt. But, you get consistent with your performances, Ryan Garcia, maybe I'll believe in you. Maybe I'll just believe in your ass. But you ain't consistent, my boy. This is a one, well, maybe two off. But, again, that time when you look good, yeah, when you supposedly didn't train, that time, Oh, yeah, you look good like that in this fight, for sure. Oh, you did. Oh, yeah, for damn sure.
Boxing journalist Sean Zittel shares that Ryan Garcia loses effectiveness when his confidence gets shaken, noting that recent knockdowns disrupted his rhythm. He explained that over 12 rounds, Shakur's precision and control could take advantage of that, though he added that Shakur doesn't carry overwhelming power. Zittel believes Ryan would be the underdog, but the clash of styles could make it more competitive than expected.
They took Ryan's gusto out of him.
Yeah.
Like, he fights when he's feeling it and he's confident.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different animal in there. And they both tamed him in the second round with their knockdowns. And so maybe Shakur over 12 rounds will do, because he's so pinpoint. Look, Devin and Shakur, I'm not saying they can't punch. Devin showed against Brian Norman he can punch. Shakur is one of those guys so sharp, so pinpoint, like Floyd was once he got in higher weight classes. Okay, he may not stop you necessarily, but he's got enough to keep you respectful and not. But that being said, since they don't quite crack like Gervonta and Rolly, I think that's an interesting element of Ryan against both of them. Yeah. Ryan's a little bit bigger than Shakur. He's very fast. He punches hard. Yeah. And then we already saw the first time with Devin, you know, it's every time they fought in the amateurs, it was a tough fight, both ways. So he's he's the underdog against Shakur, but I think he's a more competitive matchup than Teofimo turned out to be. Styles make fights.
Gary Russell Jr. explained that Ryan showed no respect for Devin's power, believing he had the ability to hurt him and fighting accordingly. Russell said the same mindset would likely carry into a bout with Shakur Stevenson, as Ryan wouldn't be intimidated by Shakur's power either. However, Gary emphasized that the real issue wouldn't be confidence, it would be timing and strategy, saying the key would come down to how and when Garcia chooses to attack.
Ryan, he didn't respect Devin's pop, his power, or none of that. He didn't respect that. Ryan had the ability to hurt him. I believe, just like what you mentioned with Shakur, Ryan won't respect Shakur's power. And he does have the ability to hurt Shakur. The difference is, I think Shakur...
Can he hit him?
That's going to be the issue. How you attack and when you attack. That's going to be the issue.
Wade Plemons compared Shakur's win over Teofimo Lopez to Ryan's victory against Mario Barrios, noting Shakur's performance was more impressive based on the opponent and how he fought. Still, he said Ryan's display was violent and dominant, showing a level of focus and dedication that could surprise everyone. Plemons highlighted that the Ryan in this fight was far sharper and fitter than in the Devin Haney matchup, controlling all 12 rounds with consistency. He admitted stylistically Shakur looks tough for anyone, but questioned whether Shakur could dominate Ryan the same way he did Lopez, leaving the matchup open to intrigue.
I think Shakur's win over Teofimo Lopez was more impressive just because of who he did it against and how he did it than Ryan against Mario Barrios. But I don't think it was that much more impressive because Ryan was a violent. And if Ryan is in that form, with that mentality, with that seriousness, with that dedication, he may shock us again. And I'm not basing that off the Devin Haney fight. I'm basing that off the Ryan I saw tonight. Because that Ryan right there was even a different animal from the Devin Haney fight. The Ryan in the Devin Haney fight was, relying on instinct, good left hook. I mean, again, the PED bust has got to be mentioned, but he was out of shape and he was tired and he's taking rounds off. That's not the Ryan we saw tonight. We saw him getting up out of that corner, ready to go round after round, and 12 straight rounds of dominance. Stylistically, it looks like a problem for anybody that fights Shakur. But does Ryan have the answer? I want to find out. I want to find out if Shakur is so much better than the rest of these guys that he can just pick off who we think are world-level fighters like they're nothing. Like he did to Tio. Can he do that to Ryan Garcia?
Wade Plemons said there was a real edge of violence in Ryan Garcia tonight, and he carried it from start to finish. He called Garcia's focus, build-up, and execution extremely impressive, and insisted that a matchup with Shakur Stevenson is a must-see, predicting it would be the biggest fight in American boxing. He highlighted the stakes, wondering if Ryan is ready for one of the best boxers in the world, and if Shakur could make him look as ordinary as he did Teofimo Lopez, making the potential clash a must-watch event.
Violence on Ryan's mind tonight, and he showcased it. From beginning to end, this Ryan Garcia, with that build-up, with that pressure, with that moment to deliver like he did, was very, very damn impressive. And again, I need this Ryan and Shakur fight. I just do. I need it. This fight will be the biggest in American boxing, point blank, period. right? You still have massive fights out there. We have Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. We have whoever Jake Paul potentially wants to fight. We have a ton of things that can go on in the sport. But man, we do that one in the late part of the summer or potentially at the end of the year. Merry Christmas. Excuse my language. Bleep that one out, please, Leo. But I need it. It would be fantastic. The build-up, moment, the occasion, and the question. Is Ryan Garcia ready for who I think is one of, if not the best boxer in the world in Shakur Stevenson? And if he is, holy cow, what a moment. Could Shakur make Ryan look how he made Tio look? A world-level fighter look average? That's the question.
After breaking down all the insights and opinions, one thing is clear. A Ryan Garcia versus Shakur Stevenson fight would be a massive event in boxing. The matchup promises intrigue, strategy, and high-level skill. Whether you side with Garcia's confidence or Shakur's mastery, this potential clash is shaping up to be one of the biggest showdowns in boxing. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to stay updated on every angle of this epic matchup.